Hiya, I'd like to talk to you today about how we can use our digi stamps when we are crafting. Now recently Rare Earth have brought out 3 fantastic delicious digi USBs that are packed full of lots of different digital images for you to play with. Now I think sometimes we can feel a little bit intimidated when we talk about digital stamps if we're not particularly technically minded, but we don't have to be to work with digi stamps. You can literally just pull up your digi stamp image and print it straight off and use it there and then. But I want to show you a few easy little things that you can do with your digi stamps to create backgrounds, embellishments and focal elements for your cards. So digi stamps can be there to create your complete cards if you want them to be, not just to create your focal images on your cards. So I've just taken, and this is from volume 3 of Rare Earth Delicious Digis USB. Taken this little branch image, and I just want to show you here that you can resize your digital stamps. Now this is something you obviously can't do with physical stamps. Now I do love physical stamps, but of course they are a fixed size, whereas with digital stamps they can be whatever size you like them to be, of course within the boundaries of the size of paper or cardstock that your printer takes. So you can see I've got a slightly larger one there, smaller one, a medium size, and I'll probably be using these as embellishments on my cards and other projects. So I'll probably be fussy cutting around them and adding them, maybe tucking them behind flowers or anything like that to create really lovely effects. Don't forget with your digi stamps, when they are Rare Earth branded, Rare Earth as a brand allows you to scan them into your Brother Scan and Cut and use your Scan and Cut to cut them out. So you don't even need to be good at fussy cutting to get these cut out beautifully. You can use your Scan and Cut with your Rare Earth stamps. So that's your embellishments on your card taken care of, courtesy of your digital stamps. What about your backgrounds? Well, you can use exactly the same image. You can tile it multiple times in multiple different sizes, so again using that resize function that you've got. And I've done all these techniques using my Craft Studio, which is built into your Rare Earth USBs. Just to create this background, this repeating pattern all over this piece of cardstock. Now this could be as big as A4 if you wanted it to be, or you could cut it down into tiles and it could be quite small if that's what you prefer. I could then be going in with my inks, maybe one watercolour concentrates, adding an inky background to this if I'd like to. I could ink the edges with my blending inks or my hybrid Rare Earth Reactions inks. Lots you can be doing with that, but that is your backgrounds for your cards taken care of using digital stamps. Now what about our focal elements for our cards? Well, we can use digital stamps and we can combine them, rotate them, multiply them in order to be able to do this. So I've taken exactly the same pine branch, just resized. I've repeated it several times and I've just rotated each one in a slightly different way to create this sort of wreath design. And that's actually very, very simple to do, but it looks very effective and it gives the image a whole new lease of life. It looks completely different to the individual pine sprig that we've got there. So creating a wreath, and then what I've done here is I've actually added a sentiment, and that's actually from a different Rare Earth USB. That's from volume 2 of the Delicious Digis. So you can combine USBs that you've got. You can also combine other files you've got on your computer, such as your photographs. So you could be adding a photograph to the centre of there rather than a sentiment. So you can take your USBs outside of just the images that are housed within that USB and into lots of other different areas if that's what you'd like to do, which makes your USBs not just about making cards, which is fantastic, and I love to make cards, and I know a lot of you at home make tons and tons of cards, and that's what we love to do. But you can do other things. You can do your scrapbooking, you can do your home decor, you can do your memory albums, your junk journals. It's completely up to you. With your USBs, you've got the tools there, you've got the images, and just let your imagination run wild and combine them however you'd like to create whatever projects you like. So I've added that sentiment into the middle and resized it, and that's the fantastic thing about USBs. You can resize your images, so whatever sentiment you'd like you can have in whatever size you like, so it'll be perfect for any project that you're working on. So if you've got a really small area but you just want that finishing touch of a sentiment, you can shrink that sentiment right down and have it fit that area. Whereas conversely, if you've got a large area to fill and you want that sentiment to be the focal point of your card, you can blow it up really large and have that sentiment stand really proud on your card. So that's just 3 very simple ways that you can use your digital stamps that are housed within your USBs. There's so much more you can do, and I can't wait to see how you use your rare earth digital stamps.